Hello, grade 12 students, and welcome to a new technical English lesson. Today we will study part 2 of lesson 1. Let's start our lesson. Let's start with the objectives of today's lesson. After studying this lesson, you will be able to revise and practice non-defining relative pronouns. Practice saying figures and measurements in specifications. Our starter today is different. Look at the picture and try to find how many triangles are there. Stop the video, decide how many triangles are there, then play the video again to check your answer. Welcome back. What's your answer? The right answer is there are at least 24 triangles in the picture. Today we will study a grammar lesson. Our lesson is about relative pronouns. Read the following 2 sentences and answer the questions. What do you notice about them? Let's read the 2 sentences together. Marie Curie is the woman. Marie Curie discovered radium. We noted that the name Marie Curie is repeated in the second sentence. Let's answer 2 more questions. Can we join the 2 sentences? Of course, yes. What will we use to join them? We will use the relative pronoun who. And the answer will be Marie Curie is the woman who discovered radium. Now let's learn some facts about relative clauses. A non-defining relative clause is a useful way to join 2 sentences together. It doesn't provide part of a definition or limit the meaning of the preceding word. It simply adds further information. The non-defining relative clause uses relative pronouns such as which, who, where, and from where. A comma is used immediately before the relative pronoun. Non-defining relative clauses are most commonly used in written English. Now let's start with the relative pronoun who. Who is used with people. When we are talking about people, we use who. Let's have a look at the following 2 sentences. This is Ahmed. Ahmed is my friend. Here the name Ahmed is repeated and Ahmed is a person. So, to join the 2 sentences, we will use who instead of the repeated word Ahmed in the second sentence. So the answer will be this is Ahmed who is my friend. Now let's move to our second relative pronoun, which. Which is used when we are talking about animals and things. Let's have a look at the 2 sentences. This is the book. I bought the book yesterday. We want to join the 2 sentences and make 1 sentence. So, let's read them carefully. We will find that the book is repeated in the second sentence and the book is a thing. So we will use who or which. Excellent. Which. The answer is this is the book which I bought yesterday. Let's move to the third relative pronoun, which is the pronoun where. And where is used with places. Let's have a look at the following 2 sentences. This is the hotel. We stayed at that hotel last year. We want to join them. We will find that the word hotel is repeated in the second sentence, and the hotel is a place. So we will use the pronoun where. The answer is this is the hotel where we stayed last year. Now let's have some exercise in the following slide. We have 3 questions. In the first and in the second sentence, you have to choose the correct answer. And in the third sentence, you have to join the 2 sentences, stop the video and try to answer the sentences, then play the video again to check your answers. Welcome back, my dear students. Now let's check your answers. Can you read the first sentence? these are the men, space, had a terrible accident. I want you to read the words before the space, the men. And the men is things or animals, places or persons. So, which pronoun will we use? Which or where, who or where? Good. We will use the pronoun who. Let's move to the second sentence. A monkey is an animal. Space likes to jump from one tree to the other. Here we are talking about an animal. And with animals we use good. Which? The wreckage was transported to the shore. From here, it was taken away for examination. We will join the two sentences. So, we will use the pronoun where. We are talking about a place here. So the answer will be the wreckage was transported to the shore, and don't forget to use a comma here. From where it was taken away for examination. Now open your course book, page 7, and let's read the sentences together. Language. The relative pronoun, for example, which, who, where, is a useful way to join two sentences together. Signals are transmitted to the satellite. The satellite then sends the signal to Earth. Instead of using the satellite again in the second sentence, we can use which instead of the satellite. So, the sentence will be, the signals are transmitted to the satellite, which then sends the signal to Earth. The goods are taken to the warehouse. Here, they are stored safely. Instead of using here, we can use where. So, and don't forget to use a comma instead of the full stop. Let's move to the third sentence. This is the city center. From here, roads lead in all directions. From where? From here, we can replace it and we use from where. And don't forget the comma. This is the city center from where roads lead in all directions. Ricardo reports to Walid. Walid is the operations manager. Here, Walid is repeated and Walid is a person, so we will use who. The answer will be Ricardo reports to Walid, who is the operations manager. Now, let's move to exercise 4. Your job is to join the two sentences using which, where, from where, and who to replace the words in italics. Stop the video, write your answer in your notebook, then play the video again to check your answer. You have 10 minutes. You can start now. Welcome back, my dear students. Now, let's check your answers. Can you read your answer to sentence number 1? Good. The beacon sends a signal to the satellite from where the signal is transmitted to the ground station. Sentence number 2. The rescue center contacts the helicopter pilot, who then carries out the rescue. Number 3. The sailor activated his beacon, which sends a 406 megahertz signal to the satellite. Number 4. The sailors were winched into the helicopter, where they were given blankets and hot drinks. 5. The sailors were taken by helicopter to the rescue center, from where they were driven by an ambulance to the nearest hospital. Number 6. Hundreds of survivors are saved every year by the COSPA SARSAT system, which was first launched in 1982. Now let's move to the speaking activity exercise 5. Look at the table and try to read out the items A to H in full. Stop the video and try to read them yourself, then play the video again to listen and read the model answer. Welcome back, my dear students. Now let's have a look at how we say the items A to H in full. A. from 2 to 5 kilograms. B. 260 millimeters high by 102 millimeters wide by 83 millimeters deep. C. GME 203FF 18756. D. 35,000 kilometers. E. 406 megahertz. F. From minus 40 degrees Celsius to plus 40 degrees Celsius. G. 5 watts. H. 0.5 seconds every 50 seconds. Now let's move to the activity 6. Match items 1 to 8 with the correct items A to H. Stop the video, match the items, then play the video again to check your answers. You have 5 minutes. You can start now. Welcome back, my dear students. Now let's check your answers. Radio frequency of beacon. It's E, 406 megahertz. Power watt of beacon signal. It's G, 5 watt. Length and frequency of beacon signal. H. Dimensions. B. Width. A. 2 to 5 kilograms. Number 6. Operating range. Temperature. It's F. 7. Model number. It's C. The last one, D. Now please open your workbook page 5, exercise 3. Try to join these pairs of sentences into single sentences. Use who, which, where, from where to replace the words in italics. Example 1, sentence number 1. 2WA flight, comma, which crashed. We did a sentence like this. All you have to do now is to just try to join the sentences in your notebook. Write your answer in your notebook. You have 5 minutes or 10 minutes, let's say 10 minutes to do the activity. Come back after 10 minutes to check your answers. Welcome back, my dear students. Now let's check your answers. Number 1. A serious air disaster occurred with TWA Flight 800, which crashed into the Atlantic in 1996. Number 2. The accident was caused by a build-up of fuel vapors in a fuel tank, which exploded. 3. 12 minutes after takeoff, the last radio transmission was received by at Boston, where the weather was fine. 4. The explosion was seen by another pilot who was flying in the area at that time. 5. The other pilot landed at Boston Airport, from where he contacted the air crash investigators. Number 6. An air and sea rescue was conducted in the area, which lies off the coast of New York State. 7. The FDR was recovered a week later by divers, who were guided to it by an emergency beacon. The last sentence. The wreckage was transported to the shore, from where it was taken away for examination. This is the end of our lesson today. I hope you enjoyed our lesson. Till we meet again in a new lesson. Goodbye.